So, I've been playing many different versions of The Last of Us over the last decade, and there's been a lot of glitches and facts that have been going around. But I actually have a few things that do not seem to have been brought up before. There are glitches that do, in fact, exist in all versions of the game that were never fixed, and some intermittent between the different versions. So I just wanted to go over a few things that not many people have actually talked about. The first being on PlayStation 3, I noticed that this house in the suburbs, the porch that connects to the house actually does not line up properly, and you can see right through the bottom of it. Now, I thought that was pretty strange. So when Remastered was announced, I figured, maybe they'd fix it up. But in the remastered version, it is exactly the same, which I guess, okay, they just remastered the code, really. The models were untouched. So I thought, many years later, when the remake was being made, I thought, surely they've fixed it this time. But in the remake, they actually made it worse. They added foliage that does not even touch the house, and you can still see through the bottom of the porch. This blew my mind when I saw it, because only I would care, and only I would be like, why Naughty Dog? Another glitch that exists in all three versions of the game is this footage is on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. When the truck comes out of the gate, if you go into your backpack, Joel's model will completely implode on itself once it breaks through. So I thought, many years later when the remake came around, I was absolutely sure that maybe this would have been addressed. Like, it's all new gameplay, it's all new coding, like everything's been rehauled. But unfortunately, it still happens. They didn't fix this. I'm just as stunned as you are, I hope. Now, this oversight is quite interesting. So if you ever looked at Joel's butt, which I know you have, you can see that Joel has a right angled dark patch on his left butt cheeks on the pants. Now, in a beta screenshot of the game, you can see that his shirt goes down at a right angle where his gun would tuck in his shirt. Now, I recreated this screenshot in the final PS3 game, and you can see that they fixed the way Joel's shirt tucks, but they did not change the texture for his butt shadow. Now, in the remake, since it's a completely new model and completely new textures, this has obviously been fixed. On the PlayStation 3 version of The Last of Us, they introduced a bug in an update that makes Joel spin when he uses an upgraded melee weapon. This is how it should look. When the remastered version came out, I'd assume they'd fix this, but it's still in the remastered version. I've told people about this and they said, oh no, it's normal, Joel's just being fancy. But no, it's a bug, because in the remake, it has been fixed. It was a bug this whole time, and anyone who doubted me was a little ninny poo. In The Last of Us on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, regular and remastered, in this house, you can go up the stairs to the second floor, and then you can jump out of this window here, and then access another window into a secret room that has absolutely no use and is completely a mystery. You can't do anything here, it's just there. On PlayStation 5, in the remake, if you go to that same building, you're not actually even able to go out of that window. And when we look outside the building, we can see that the secret room's windows have been blocked off. So it's interesting how they would fix that, but they wouldn't fix the porch on the other house. Joel's unlockable brown and grey shirt skin on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 has a rigging error on the left arm. When you aim up and down, his arm distorts in ways that it shouldn't, as seen here. But in the remake, of course, since it's a completely new model and textures, this has been fixed, luckily. In PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, going into Joel's backpack will remove all collision from his body, which means you can do speedrun tricks like this. This has since been fixed in the remake, but now it creates collision errors such as this. So, is that a fix? I wouldn't call it a fix. In the epilogue in PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, when you climb this ledge here and hold the camera right stick up or down, it goes absolutely insane with speed. Now, in the remake on PlayStation 5, when you enter this area and press the right stick up or down, there is absolutely no input, and it slowly moves into getting input. So that has been fixed. I didn't think they'd fix that, but I'm glad that they actually did, out of all the things. In Winter, playing as Ellie, there's a silly little dialogue oversight. So when she tries to open this door here, she says, "This door is clearly not locked. It is open and it is blocked, but the dialogue says that it's locked." In the remake, however, if you go to the same door, you can see that it is actually closed. Now she can sort of open it. It might be blocked still, but it is more worthy of being called locked. And that's absolutely anal. And that was hopefully some new The Last of Us facts and glitches that you may not have ever thought about or heard about. There's still a lot of stuff to discover. I've still got some more things in the tank, hopefully. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. So endure and survive and all that neat stuff.